Hello, welcome back, everybody. As we jump in here to the second hour here of It's Never Sunny. So, let's. I actually want to do a scene. Let's cut back. Actually, it's between Aedric and Jewel on their way back. Is that cool?
I imagine we're walking along and like a fly like zzz, bzz, and falls down. You know, like a
zap.
bug zapper.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. You guys get the feeling you're being watched?
Oh.
Like, are we actually all the way back at the Painted Lady, or are we? This is like as we're walking.
Nah, you guys are like leaving, like Silk Shore. So like you guys have to go through Crow's Foot, the docks, into Brightstone. Like you guys have to go far.
Well, we were going to Six Towers because she told me to take him back to the Painted
Lady.
Oh,
that's even worse. Then you have to go through Crow's Foot, and then Charter Hall, unless you're like taking some like super roundabout way.
Because it's a pretty straight shot. In fact.
Well, you are literally you're going across the entire distance of Doskvol.
True.
You're going completely from the farthest south part to the farthest north.
Can we get a cab or something?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. You want to have a cab? That's actually be even more cool. What happens when the cabbie mentions you? Like, were you expecting guests? There's been a car, or there's been a not a car.
There's been
wagon.
A car.
What do you call it? Not wagon. Carriage. Shit, thank you. Yeah, there's been a carriage following us 3 left turns ago.
I kind of sigh and kind of look to Aedric, like, what do you want me to do about it?
I don't know. This isn't my job. This is your job. What do you do about it?
I think the driver.
Where are we when the driver?
I mean, what Jill would do about it is jump out of the carriage and then punch their goats.
You guys
thinking about except.
I think you guys are in Charter Hall when this happens. It's like the busy parts of Charter Hall.
Of course.
I think the guy's like, don't the taxi driver. I think he goes, oh, don't worry, my friends. I'll take care of this. And I think like at that part, like the carriage like lurches like to the side as it like tries to like go down a narrow alley and like try to like lose him for you or whatever. It's like, isn't that the first time I've had guests be chased before? And like he's like, I know Charter Hall well.
Yeah, and I think I just kind of like grunt in a positive way, you know, like affirmative.
Yeah. So I think he's going to ask you about your bird cage. He's like, so you have interesting piece of headwear. As he like goes down another like narrow alley, like going.
I love this.
Like, knocking
it's like
over like some stalls and stuff.
Scene, and he's just calmly asking about it's spot on them.
Hey, you liking the birds or some shit?
Yeah.
Well, it's.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. It's just this is. I have I have a ghost broken neck.
And he's like, what? I never heard of that.
Yes. Have you ever heard of phantom limb syndrome?
No, and my daughter's a doctor.
No. Yes, it's when your ghost body parts have issues.
What are you talking about, ghost body?
It's more of a whisper thing than a doctor thing. Don't worry about it. Oh, by the way, here's my card. Aedric Aaron, apparition aficionado. If you ever have any ghost problems, your extended family, your loved ones.
He's like reading the card while he's like going down these narrow alleys, and he's just like very like adept at it. He's like, huh, that's good to know. I have a cousin who claims his house is possessed.
I definitely am picturing this scene like a very calm interior having this conversation, and then cut to outside as the cart is like going as fast as it can, like swinging
like
corners, hitting buildings, like sparks are flying as the wheel like rub up against something.
Like people are like diving out of the way of this thing and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. here's what I'm going to let you guys do, because I feel like you're in control here. No, what? I'm gonna do a fortune roll, another fortune roll here, and then from that I will let things decide. I really just need this roll fortune button as a macro, which I probably will set up after this show. But okay, a 5. Yeah, so I think then he's like, oh yeah. So I think we finally have, like, I think we lost, like, the moment where, like, I think we lost him or whatever. But then but like we like turn a corner, and it's like like the bluecoats have kind of like set up a like with their mounted what do we call them, rams? I think we gave them a cool name, like death horns or something like that. I don't remember. But like, yeah, like they're steers, like the mounted police. They ride those like giant like stag creatures, like bighorn sheep horse things with multiple eyes. They block the way. He's like, oh, it's like it's like, oh, I think if we lost them, and then you turn another corner and they're like right there, and they got like a light like on your guy's cart, and he's like, anyone got this? He's like, shit.
Jewel?
Yeah, like I kind of like I'm like have my hand in my pocket for like one of my guns, and I'm like, no, wait, that's a bad idea.
Is it?
And this doesn't happen to be one of the ones that we like know, does it?
It's not.
I mean, it could have been.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's not. Yeah, it's totally fair. You see, like the Iruvian, or not the Iruvian, excuse me, the cabbie is kind of like very tense.
Cabbie, like, how many people were chasing us again?
It was another carriage.
Oh, well, then we should just back up and take care of them instead of going forward.
And he's like, so like the cops, like
we, like right now, like how close are we to like the bridge into Six Towers?
You're like real close to Aedric Aaron's across the street.
I mean, like I just give the cabbie like more than like the fare and be like, we'll
Eric, please.
We'll go from here on foot.
What?
I know what you're doing.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
No, that's fine, but I think he's going to be like, he's like, please, I need your help. I can't get another citation.
Oh, yes. He can't get another He can't get another citation, Jewel. We'll have to go backwards and take care of the following.
No, like they're so I'm sorry, maybe I wasn't clear when they had it's not that they're obstructing the way, it's like they're not only obstructing the way, but it's like there's like a dude coming with like a lantern or like
it's like a DUI checkpoint.
Yeah, he's like, stop, like you are not under arrest, but like they are getting ready, like they're approaching the vehicle.
Oh, okay, well then we'll just talk our way
I'm sorry, I don't think I made that clear. Like they're getting close. You have a few moments to discuss what's going to happen before he's on foot. Like he's like is going to go talk to the driver.
So I guess I turned to the driver then, and I'm like, "What kind of trouble are you in?"
If any, I don't want to be presumptuous.
Well, he's the one that said he couldn't get another whatever.
He's a Scovelander. And his fake passport got revoked.
Oh, goody. Well,
so he currently doesn't have his passport or visa. I'm sorry. I think we're using visas, work visas.
Yeah. And
he's like, "This is what I get." This he's like, "This is what I get for trying to help out."
How much is it going to cost
my heart is too big.
Hold on. How much did it cost me to have a flashback to have a spare work visa on me?
Do we have any? Do you have tools or anything like that would help you there? Like, do we have
from
documents?
my contact that was making all of these.
Does your crew have documents of any kind that could help?
I do, but she does have a contact who is literally making all of the counterfeit visas that we put a stop to.
Yeah, but would you still have one?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's just say, for example, if I was to, like, would that cost me less than 3 stress?
Yes. I think it would cost you. I think 2 stress is fair.
Okay, I will.
And this is like this
stress, putting me at 8 out of 9 stress.
Yeah. Okay.
To just have one on me, and be
or it could cost you 1 stress, but the quality of the stuff like that might mean that Valeris gets in trouble. There's something about it that can be trained to.
Take the 2 stress.
Okay.
Take the 2 stress.
That's fair.
And I'll just be like, "Why didn't you say so, friend?" And like hand him the paperwork.
He's like, may the church bless you. Oh my, you guys are. Oh, thank God. And he's like quickly looking over the name and everything like that. And so when the blue coat
repeating the name to himself a couple of times.
Yeah. And so like when the blue cart guy finally like shows up here, he's like just stay calm, ladies and gentlemen. Like don't worry, everything's in order. And so he's like license and registration kind of thing, whatever. He's like, oh, how's it going, officer, or whatever. And like my name, he like, and for what it's worth, he sells it. He fucking sells it. Like he knows this guy the whole time, kind of thing, right? He plays up the fake thing very well. He looks in the car as well and like sees you guys there. Doesn't ask for your ID or anything like that. Just fucking dude in a bird cage.
I mean,
Aedric Aaron, apparition aficionado. If you ever have any issues with ghosts, geists, ghouls, etc., do please call.
And you are, he's like, no, thank you, but you sell it very well. That there's no roll or anything. I was gonna ask you for a roll or anything, but it's like very like, okay, like that checks out. You're a fucking crazy weirdo.
It checks out. You're a crazy weirdo. Yeah.
And
we need to hire this guy. Just saying.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah. So like, I'm definitely like after we pass the checkpoint and make it home, I'm definitely going to like tell the cabbie. I'm gonna be like, if you ever need anything, you can always find a friendly face here at the Painted Lady.
Ah, the Painted Lady.
Tell them,
you? Wait, and he like looks. He's like, wait, no, are you? It couldn't be. It couldn't be you.
Me what?
Are you the proprietor?
Hold on a second. Pause real quick. 1/5 owner?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't know that, but
right. But that's what she's gonna say because she's modest as fuck. So she's like, 1/5 owner.
He's like, oh wow. I mean, you guys have been. I saw your reviews in the paper. You guys you're doing very well for yourselves. Remember you had that party, and everything was good or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I dropped off some fancy face right to your party that evening or whatever. It looked really good.
Quite a few. Maybe you can get yourself an invitation to the next party.
Oh, I have mouths to feed. My kids. No, my wife would never let me out. That's.
My wife would never let me go to hookers then.
Yeah.
It's hookers and hookah. It's fine.
Hookers.
So yeah. So I guess I guess I just basically just tell him that he's more than welcome at the Painted Lady, and I'm like, if you you're ever interested in changing employers, let us know. A driver like yourself could come in real handy.
Me? Oh no, I'm average. That's not. And he also talks himself down. Like no, I've been driving for. I've just been driving for a long time. I'm not that great. You should see those new kids. They're very fast. They spoop up their carriages to get extra speed from them.
Not all about
but
fast.
they're not. And he like starts getting into like the mechanics of being like, yeah, but they don't realize the strain and stuff on the axles of these models. They can't, blah blah blah.
No,
Anyways,
don't
like,
sell your short. Don't sell your short self, friend.
So like we're like on. By the way, we're like passing the checkpoint. You realize they're like getting close to the painted lady now. Right?
Don't short yourself. Don't short yourself, sell, friend. You knew exactly what to do in that situation. You had it under control. We're not looking for lackeys. We're looking for people who think for themselves and know exactly what they're doing and have opinions about axles.
Any cabbie worth their coin would do this exactly the same thing I did.
Well, I've never had a cabbie as worth his coin as you.
Well, thank you very much. And I think as like he's like that's probably the last thing. Like as you guys are getting out of the cabin or out of the cab, and I think he goes back to you and says, miss, and he like hands you back the passport. He's like, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Keep it.
And
I can't accept a gift of this. This is too great. You
Guys, only 2 crew advancements, and then we can get a carriage upgrade.
so
I can't accept this. That's too nice. That's
and like I give him the money for the cab
fare.
ride.
Yeah.
And then also enough money that is the normal price for similar paperwork on the black market.
Okay. Yeah,
like,
that's nice.
Like he won't accept it, and I'll take it back. But
I don't think he won't accept it. Jewel, don't give up so easy. He'll accept this. Look, sir, we were in trouble as much as you were.
And then,
so you're like going through your wallet or whatever, and you just like slap you down,
away into the painted lady.
I'm going to tell you this, sir. If you want to hand that back, you're going to have to come in here and hand it back to us. And then what'll your wife think? Exactly. This is yours now. And I just sort of push you into the.
No, he's like very adamant about it. He's like, no, I cannot take this. This is not mine.
You
guys help me out.
I
cannot.
It back. You can't give it to him because I already took it back. And
Okay.
you're like telling him he needs to do this stuff, and I'm like, no. And I'm pushing you out of the street into the painted lady so you will be less noisy.
No, fine.
Yeah.
What's the soup special today?
Okay.
Because I can only eat through a straw right now.
Yeah, I think
Just like it was yesterday and it will be tomorrow.
Oh, you need to have a more diverse chef.
All right, I think he goes on his way, and just saying like thank you with his like hand out. Cool. He had fuzzy. No, he does not have fuzzy dice in the mirror. Anyways,
That's the worst.
If anything, I could say that this cab was rare.
Wow.
thank you. Yeah.
The worst.
Wow, that was pretty cool. So let's cut back over to Asteyni and Seer in the, or sorry, Vale and Seer. I should call you by character names. In the Iruvian consulate. So, you guys are brought into a very formal conference room. It's got a lot of Iruvian. So it's got I guess Iruvian cultural like architecture or like interior design. It's like very it just looks very like presidential today. Like it has a lot of like very like
Flags.
Flags, drapery, thick curtains.
Previous ambassadors, like portraits,
Yeah,
on
right.
the walls.
Yeah, and like the floor is like a mosaic tile with into the symbol for Iruvia. The guards here, like they kind of coldly be like, take a seat right here. The minister will see you guys shortly.
Okay, I take a
It's
seat.
like a long, it's like one of those like really long conference tables. As you like open the door, you kind of like, as you guys are like being brought in maybe and like shown to this room, you see like a lot of people looking at you guys like what are you doing? Like, why would you be back here? Like a lot of Iruvians are being like, what are these people doing? Right? Rumors are starting to spread something that got the minister's attention, right? So, yeah. So I think I think a couple moments go by. If you want to have a moment to yourselves about what you want to say to him, maybe plan that out. But otherwise, the minister is just going to show up.
Okay. I mean, I have a thing I would maybe like to do.
Yeah. What do you want?
I want to try to ghost ward this room. Rifling through my pockets and pulling out strange dusts and powders and pigments and like scrawling on the floor in strange runes with it, and on the desk and on the wall.
Now, isn't that dubiously rude?
Yo,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know this. I think you would know that. Anyone would know this. Like, Iruvian buildings are built to be ghost warded.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
They don't want ghosts stealing shit. Especially, like, international affairs documents, right?
I'm making sure because I don't trust these guys.
Got it. Okay.
Because they literally just admitted to being super okay with demons possessing them. And that's the thing that
culturally,
that Seer is super not okay with. So, you know, they supposedly it's super ghost warded. If you can trust a demon.
Yeah, right? And, alright.
So, yeah. He's doing that. I'm wrecking the place. The ghost warded.
Gonna wreck it!
Yeah, go ahead. Does that... You have to roll for that then, right?
Yep.
And you're trying to ward it from all ghosts? Or, like, is there, like, a level, like, different levels of this that you can choose between? Or what?
The move says it's just anathema or enticing to spirits.
Okay.
So, I mean, and I wanted them to be out, so, I mean, there's no real levels. That are in the description.
Okay, no, that's fine then. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be fine.
I can't push myself. Vale is probably super not on board with trying to set me up or helping me with this. Is she?
Not really.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. So, I'm a wreck this joint. What's my position?
You know, you could have had someone that would have been helping you out, and you would have been helping them out. But no, you had to.
Why did you bring Seer?
Again, he's my foot in the door, and I can keep an eye on him.
Risky standard.
I can keep an eye on him. Watch him wreck up the place.
It's risky It's so I'm starting you out at risky standard. The risk here, that puts you at harm is more of like the piss off that Iruvian consulate again.
Too late. He
Didn't
got
kick
6.
out. But he got a
You don't
6.
you don't give a shit. All right. So I think while you're doing that, you like see like a shadow, like go to the okay. So imagine one of those, like think of like 1930s or like 1940s like noir, detective agency windows with like the mosaic-y fog or whatever. You know what I mean? So you only see like the silhouette of a person. The door opens. And there's still a silhouette of a person, just in a very nice Iruvian suit. It's just like it's just like a humanoid shadow that shows up with like a disembodied voice, that just says what, and he looks at you and he's like, what is the meaning of this, in a very like thick Iruvian accent. He's trying to speak Skovlin, but it's very like, see, like you probably carry an accent, but this guy's a very thick accent.
So wait, so is this a ghost?
No, he's a demon. He's clear. It's obviously.
Oh, he's a demon?
Yep.
I probably like knock over a vase or some shit.
He says, what's the meaning of this? And he's like, clean this shit up at once.
I don't know. Like, I don't think Seer knows what to do, like, in that moment. He didn't expect to be sprung like that. So I think Vale has an opportunity to react before Seer does.
I sincerely apologize for the actions of my compatriot. He is very paranoid about elements of the supernatural. Sarah, please clean up your mess.
Start picking up the pieces of the vase that I knocked over.
Yeah. So no, I think he accepts the apology. He's like, it's fine. If the information that you showed us is accurate, then our friend is rightly to be afraid.
Don't worry, I'm the good kind of demon.
Yeah.
I just kind of nod my head, trying to show him respect and like letting him speak.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't asked me anything.
He has like a very I guess the best way of putting it, like the way he like carries himself, like he didn't even sound okay. So here's the interesting thing about him: he didn't even sound pissed off when he said it. He just did it very just imperatively. He carries himself in like a very like Dr. Manhattan-y style. Like he looks like it's just this silhouette in this nice suit, or well, in this instance, a very nice Iruvian robes, like black robes, yeah, you know what? I think he had his like a cowl on, like his hood was up or whatever, and then like he like came in here and he takes it off, and you see he has like shadowy like bull horns that kind of like go up,
Jeez,
so he's just like an aspect of shadow, and he's like, he looks at you and says, "Will this be a problem?"
Who is he looking at?
I'm sorry, I said you. I'm totally looking at Paul when I said that, as I'm a fucking idiot. Like somehow you're supposed to be able to decipher that. I'm sorry. That was a rookie mistake. Seer.
That was a rookie mistake.
Seer, the ministry.
Like as you're sitting there flying in like a fucking jet fighter. God damn it! I just made a rookie mistake.
Yeah. Seer, the demon looks at you and like sees that you're terrified and you're doing that kind of stuff. He's like, "Will this be okay? Like, do you want to meet or do you want to go?" Your heart's probably pounding. Like, you feel terrified in this guy's presence.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like the guy is made of shadow and flame, and it just and it's like a cooking stove, and right now it's just dialed to like simmer. But like, if you wanted to, like, he could just like turn it to fucking full blast. You know what I mean? Like, it's what it feels like. He feels like his hand's on the dial. Near this guy, and he's like, there's this very powerful like burning shadow sensation near him. It doesn't like hurt you with like heat. It just has this very like force to it. This eminence that he's like deliberately turning down. Like it's. Like,
so I think as a callback to last episode, Seer says
like a magnetic
yes,
field,
but means no. But he wants to stay to make sure he doesn't fuck with Vale, and not like physically, like do bump uglies, but like, you know, possess her, and then we have two people possessed by demons, right?
Yeah.
So he says yes, but he means no. And he's being like, I don't know, quiet and in the corner, and picks up his vase, and then he has all these pieces and like looks around for a trash can.
And
I
then
can definitely feel that you're lying, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know he's lying. Vale, what do you do? when he looks at you for like the same question. But once again, like when he looks at you, like you don't. There's no, once again, there's no face. It's just the silhouette of a human face.
You know, I'm used to that because I wear a mask all the time. I basically am that, but a human. So I think I just kind of incline my head politely to him. I say, no problem at all.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. And one more thing. Yeah, cool. All right, great. That's what I thought.
God.
All right. So,
Hate it when he says that.
Love it when he says that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
he looks at you guys and he's like, "Please forgive." He's like, "Forgive me if this sounds rude, but you guys are in way over your heads."
That is not rude at all.
Do you know what do you know of the artifact that your friend, who may or may not be possessed, entails? What do you know?
I know nothing of it. Sir, what do you know?
Are you lying?
I don't know. I don't really know what I know.
No,
No, I've said nothing except for that okay, technically what I said was I grabbed it and used it to destroy hulls, and now I'm possessed by an ancient demon lord sorcerer. That's all she knows. So
And that's assuming that I even remember that when I was bombarded with all this demon information shit.
I think it's totally valid for them to say, without lying, that honestly the guy who's possessed is the one who knows everything.
Do you say that though?
Seer will answer that they came from the Lost District.
He smirks and says, yes, of course. The recent developments of not recent developments, I guess the best way of putting it would be the reintegration of the Lost District has brought up a lot of things that were best left forgotten. Your friend is in grave danger. He just carte blanche just says.
I feared as much. What is to be done?
Does your friend have any training with the ghost field?
Yes.
Good. There's a chance he might still have some of his soul about him. So like, yeah, you guys don't really know anything about this, right?
I don't.
You guys are completely like in the dark.
Yeah. So
Yeah, these guys don't know anything. I know the whole backstory a little bit.
yeah. So like Aedric knows everything. I think Seer knows maybe a little bit, and proposes that if we could like temporarily get him embodied in the physical world, then we could totally kill him somehow. But as long as he's in the ghost field, like Seer doesn't know what to do. Like he can't.
Yeah.
He's not that kind of sorcerer.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So I think So the big thing right now is that demons demons have no loyalty to one another. Like they don't care. Like they're not like a faction. You know what I mean? Like they don't work together in any way. So I think he's like I think he probably mentioned something like the good news is that you're not dealing particularly with a demon. You're dealing with something of your kind. But something very old. Before the cataclysm.
But how do we get rid of it?
he's like, that question will be consuming the minds of many, many people the next coming days.
Oh, well, then it's out of our hands entirely. Well, let's get a drink.
Right now, the most important thing you can do is keep your. Oh my god. I mean, I can't escape this, but the most important thing to do is to keep it secret.
Keep it safe, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then flashback to where he wears a bird cage on his head, like
as many people. Down. Yeah, he's like many forces, both want this and want to protect it. You did right coming to me, to ask for more information of this. Just know that there will be many who will come to you, promising help, but secretly seek the artifact for themselves.
Fortunately, I'm very good at telling when people are lying to me.
So is he lying to you?
No, he's being very, very. Once again, he has a very dispassionate demeanor. Like it's very it's almost robotic the way he speaks. It's just very just void of emotion.
So what would you have us do? Keep it secret and wait and hope? Or is there something else we could do to be more productive?
Somebody should mention that it's actively possessing me all the time. I'm a little pressed for time. I'm not there, so I can't say that for myself.
Yeah, I think the guy is very without. I need to see your. He's like, I need to see your friend.
Do you wish us to bring him to you, or do you want to come to him?
No, he's like, I should come to him. Wow. Tell me, do you have access via the tunnels? Referring to, the sewer systems and stuff like that.
It's a good thing we went to the Painted Lady and not to the Venetian.
Yeah.
Yep.
When?
I think when you say that, I think he puts his he slams his hands to the table. And he tells you guys just in a very imperative way. He's like, touch the table, and you see the room kind of shake, and you guys
touch the table.
Yeah, like the room starts shaking like an earthquake.
Nope.
Seer does not touch the table.
Seer doesn't touch the table. Yeah, and you are you're jaunted into some part of the sewers, but it's not the sewers. It's Does
that mean that Seer does not go with, or that bad things happen because he didn't touch the table?
No, you just see Vale and the minister disappear. The table's fine. It's there, normal. But then we cut over to the minister and Vale, and you're in some kind of weird, you're looking at an isometric map of the sewers right now, from your perspective. You're you feel weird, you feel like you're falling, like you're skydiving right now, only it doesn't there's no wind resistance or anything like that. You're just falling into the sewer. You used to see the system kind of sprawl and get bigger, and he's where?
It's like you clip through the world.
Yeah, you're basically clipping through the world right now through shadow.
I am so into this demon right now.
Yeah, and he's where? And right now, you see you can kind of you're going through sort of the ghost field and stuff right now. You can see the you can see wards and stuff of different areas. But then you could see larger, more flat, shadowy areas, and he's find the closest shadow area. Can you see what?
The scar that the ghost left beneath
Spooky ghost.
Oh.
our.
Yeah. There's this like that splotch of blackness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say, I indicate that, and I say there.
All right, and like as you almost as quickly as you got jaunted into that, you jaunt out right like on top of that scorch mark, and if you like are completely out of breath, you immediately start like take 1 level of harm.
I feel like they get there like either at the same time or before Jewel and Aedric get there.
Yeah, you do. You get there before.
Of course.
So I'm coming in. It's like, well, what's the soup of the day? And then there's a demon there.
Yeah, you guys hear that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And,
Can I try to resist the harm with my resolve?
No, because you could resist it with prowess because it's physical. The physical
I can't
harm
just will
of
myself to not be
no, it's like getting
All right.
no. It's I would say it's loopy. Like it's your body is you're getting used to your body again. Like real quick. Like it's
So what am I calling this harm?
level. I would just say loopy. Your body is. It's weird to be like I don't know. You just had an outer body experience, and now you're like in your body again, and it just doesn't feel completely right. That's all I can say. So it just doesn't feel right. Like you need
broke
to,
your ghost neck.
you need to like yeah you broke your ghost neck. No, thank you. More like you just need a couple moments again to get used to your body. So like right now for this harm is just that. Unless you want to resist.
I'm just gonna put reacclimate to body as
Yeah.
my harm.
That's perfect. But that's the gist of what's going on.
Okay.
As you just got pulled through some kind of shadowy jaunt. And
Because I was wondering, like, because I do have a point in a tune, so I was wondering if I could use like ghost stuff to kind of resist it, because it's ghost harm. Because we were in the ghost field.
no.
All right, I have to try.
Yeah. And so he's like, "Is this it?"
Yes.
And
If
your
they're not
friends-
here, they should be coming shortly. I told Jewel to bring him to the basement to keep him safe.
So what's the soup of the day?
Is the spider still there?
I think so.
I mean, the spider was never like right like in the basement. It was like just outside of the basement.
Wasn't it though?
Yeah, I know, but it was near that. It was drawn to that spot.
Yeah, and I think it came back like since Jewel no longer has like a string on it anymore. It probably went back to there.
Oh, you lost your string on it?
Yeah, because I took that devil's bargain. I lost this. I lost everything. I lost her connection to Mr. Bubbles, even, but she got that back.
Okay. If you
She got back the connection to Mr. Bubbles, but not yet back the connection to Swift Bite, which is the name of the spider.
Vale,
So yeah, she should be there.
Vale, if you don't do anything at this point, the minister will just with just like glance kill Swiftbite.
No, spider.
He just like looks over it and just like puts his hand out and just.
I thought it was not like I said, I thought it was like outside of like there was a door into like the under whatever.
You guys are in it's in the sewers. It has a big huge like web between the chasm is.
Right, but like
But that's where the scorch mark is too.
Where in our basement where the black spotch wasn't technically in the sewers.
No, it was definitely in the sewers.
Okay.
It was
At least
I
in
thought
my
it was
in my
like a
headspace.
door
Here, can I
separated
draw this? I'll draw this. I brought
between where this spirit mark was and where the spider was at.
I think it was confusing because you weren't here for that episode.
I guess so.
It
I'll
was
take that.
definitely
It was
super in the
definitely
sewers.
in the sewers. The thing was coming down the sewers towards us, and that's what made the scorch mark.
Gotcha.
So yeah, all right, you got it.
How badly do you want the spider? Have you made it really clear to me, Kelsa?
I feel like yes. Because I don't know, you were there when we like traveled through the sewers to the Venetian, right?
Yes.
So you would have saw me like connected to Swiftbite. So you would have an idea. Like you weren't there when she lost the connection. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So when he's raising his hand, I recognize his intention.
Yeah,
That he's going to kill the spider. And
He's charging up his lasers.
I think I would say, a moment. Why is this a threat?
And he looks at the if that's it, if that's all you say, he's going to kill it without even like answering you. He just kills it.
No, wait, it's a friend.
Yeah.
So
like that's what it kind of looks like.
It has proven useful to us. Especially, especially my compatriot who can connect with such creatures.
I think he says, oh well, and just kills it.
Well,
very dispassionately.
I don't think.
Unless you want to sway him right now. If you want to sway him to do it.
I am trying to sway him.
Okay, yeah.
If you look at my beautiful addition to your drawing there, that's how I imagined it versus how you drew it.
Though, that is, but it's...
We're here.
Yeah, the black spot...
Oh, okay, that's where the black spot is. Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I drew it in purple.
And
no, it's fine. I understand purple.
Just as a reminder, I do have ghost voice, which means that I gain potency when communicating with the supernatural.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I am trying to sway him. Devil's Bargain?
The demon physically... wait. So no, we need a devil's bargain.
Yeah. I had one. I was going to say maybe he considers us a favor and now I owe a demon a favor.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
That's a terrible devil's bargain. Good job.
Yeah.
I love putting myself into bad situations.
Yeah. That's a good devil's bargain. Okay.
So what's my position here?
Boy. I mean, you have standard effect, but it's probably risky.
Okay.
Is that after potency?
Yeah, you have potency, so it's probably standard effect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about right.
5s.
Yeah, you stop him. You stop him, but he harms you, and he says, "Next time, don't interfere." He's like, "That's fine, but next time, don't interfere." And I think that, all right, I think you're gonna take a level 2 harm here. From what do you call the
demonic backhand?
Yeah, a demonic slap.
backhand.
Yeah, he just slaps you and it's like, do not do not question it. Like, if you want to live from this thing, you better start listening to me and just following my lead.
Trust me.
And this is the first, and and once again though, like, he does that, and he's not upset. He doesn't sound upset, and he's being completely truthful. He's just being very objective about this.
Can I flash back to not doing that and just letting him kill the spider?
Oh, no, because you already committed to your actions.
Damn it. All right, I'll just take the level 2 harm.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelsa. Jeez.
I mean, like, if you have stress to spare, you can resist that.
I will fail.
I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as you roll to resist, you don't take the damage or it's reduced, like, automatically. You just have to take stress for it. I mean, it might be 6 stress. You can't fail
I
in
did-
distance. That's the nice thing about blades.
Let's see, how much stress have I got? I'm just worried I'm going to need it, but I also don't want to waste
reasonable.
all my downtime.
Healing
I'm at
harm.
8 out of 9 stress right now, so I live on the edge.
You know what?
on the
I will go ahead and resist that harm with my prowess. Because I don't think I can talk my way into using resolve because it's physical harm. So, and then insight doesn't matter. So I'll just resist.
Okay.
So I suffer 4 stress.
Yeah.
All right, I have 1 stress to spare for trauma.
Okay. Cool.
Welcome to the club.
Right. Yeah. So then you guys jump in, and yeah. So you just bring up the minister, who, I guess his name will be. Boy, I had. You know what sucks when you have a name in your head and then you just forget it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the worst. So, anyways, I just keep calling him the minister for now.
Okay.
So the minister goes, and yeah. So like we kind of like once again now we kind of hear the overlapping of their previous scene as we hear DoctorWreckage come into the place, wondering what, or excuse me, not you, Aedric come into the place, asking what soups are available. As up from the basement comes you guys, and I think we're ready to go to our next break. So-
Oh.
Alright, so we see you guys in 5 minutes.